We hope you're enjoying all the great competition you're seeing here today. At the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, we're grateful for the incredible support that makes this event possible. None more vital or valued than the proud title sponsor, Iowa Farm Bureau. With me here today is Brent Johnson, president of the Iowa Farm Bureau, to explain why their organization invests in and supports the Girls Union.
Thanks, Aaron. The Iowa Farm Bureau has been the title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union for more than 2 decades now. The athletes competing here today represent the very best of our nation's student athletes, driven, dedicated, and committed to teamwork. At the Iowa Farm Bureau, we share those same values. Our farmers lead the nation not only in the production of corn, hogs, eggs, and ethanol, but also in the implementation of a number of innovative soil and water conservation practices which hold soil in place and reduce runoff. These shared values unite Iowa's student athletes and farm families, and our partnership with the Girls Union gives us the perfect opportunity to celebrate that commitment to excellence statewide.
Thank you, Brent. We appreciate the Iowa Farm Bureau's ongoing support and the role you play in helping Iowa's girls shine.
Good afternoon from Fort Dodge. It's Class 5A softball here on the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Digital Network. Along with Blake Walker, I'm Paul Yeager. Glad to have you here as this is the fun part of the afternoon as we talk about who gets to play on and who gets to keep trying to play on. And as it's elimination time, Southeast Polk win, they get to play again. Centennial, they win, they get to play again in the championship coming up on Friday afternoon. Blake, you've seen a lot of these 5A contests. Let's talk a little bit about the upstart Rams. They're playing their second game in just a couple of hours.
Yeah, they are, and just kind of they've jumped out of the gates. The offense has really showed up, a team that didn't really put up a ton of runs during the regular season. They've really showed up. Hallie Clark leads the way at the top of the batting order, and the pitching, while it's kind of been hit or miss, it's the offense that's kept them going in these ball games. On the other side for Ankeny Centennial, it's about what we've seen all season long. Boy, this is just one of the best hitting teams, not just this season, but one of the best hitting teams, and the records back it up, that we have ever seen in the girls' state tournament and across the country. 88 home runs this year, Paul, for Ankeny Centennial.
It's a record that they crushed, not just beat, they crushed.
About by 20-plus at this point.
But knowing the way things go, they might have somebody break it next year. But this is an incredible senior team. You've met them if you've been following along in 5A, but we're going to let Scott Enyard introduce you to both of these teams, and we'll play softball here. Just a couple of minutes behind schedule here, but let's go over to the public address.
Number 7, Carly Kuhlman. Number 16, Reese Curfy. Number 25, Malone Gaffney. Number 17, Barry Andrews. Number 26, Aurora Woodland. Number 28, Savannah Jacobs. And number 34, Riley Lang. Assistant coaches for Southeast Polk, Cassie Harrington, Jada Long, and Faith Madison. And now, here's the starting lineup for the Rams. Batting first, playing shortstop, number 10, Allie Clark. Batting second, playing left field, number 22, Berkeley Ryland. Batting third, playing first base, number 11, Ivy Arroco. Batting fourth, the pitcher, number 24, Carter Price. Batting fifth, playing center field, number 9, Jaden Wood. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 1, Haley Kamantri. Batting seventh, playing right field, number 13, Ella Wheatley. Batting eighth, playing second base, number 20, Josie Wastrom. Batting ninth, playing right field, number 31, Tina Brooker. And the flex player for the Rams, playing third base, number 8, Brinley Pope. The head coach of the Southeast Polk Rams is Tia Stiles. And now let's meet the non-starters for the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars. Number 3, Lexi Adams. Number 4, Layla Burnett. Number 6, Andy Lathrop. Number 7, Audrey Sandholm. Number 8, Bradley Zacco. Number 14, Adam Maurer. Number 15, Gracie Anderson. Number 16, Addie Frederick. Number 18, Lydia Lacey. Number 20, Lila Hepner. Number 23, Lauren Bartine. Number 24, Ashley Sterling. Number 29, Bella Anderson. And number 31, Mackenzie Lane. Assistant coaches for Ankeny Centennial, Ashley Allen, Corey Bennett, and Sammy Miller. And now, here's your starting lineup for the Jaguars. Leading off, batting first, playing right field, number 17, Corey Lincecum. Batting second, playing second base, number 22, Ava Faber. Batting third, playing third base, number 25, Jordan Kennedy. Batting fourth, playing center field, number 11, Maddie Ott. Batting fifth, playing left field, number 12, Miley Hatfield. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 26, Delaney Weibel. Batting seventh, the designated player, number 19, Lauren Sandholm. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 1, Emmy Ott. Batting ninth, playing shortstop, number 9, Tammy Starr. And the first player for the Jaguars, number 2, Peyton Spiegel. Now let's meet our officials for today's game. Down the first baseline, Mike Christner. Down the third baseline, Daryl Erickson. And calling the balls and strikes, Tim Rogers. The head coach for Ankeny Centennial, Brett Delaney. Ladies and gentlemen, let's play state tournament semi-final softball.
These two teams have played 4 times this season. All 4 have gone the Jaguars' ways. In fact, these two teams have actually played in the tournament. That was an 8-0 Centennial win. Sandholm in that game, 6 innings pitched, 3 hits is what she gave up, struck out 1 and walked 1. Lincecum went 3 for 4. Maddie Ott, pretty good too, 1 for 2 with a home run. Jordan Kennedy doing what she always does, gets on base with a big hit. For Southeast Polk, they win earlier today. They beat West Des Moines Valley. Reese Curfey worked the 6th before Keelman closed it out, and it's all about flexibility. Tia Stiles said after the game, and you watched that, you called that game with Dar Blake, Polk used everybody they had who could throw, and so did Valley. But that's the type of thing we're seeing here in this double elimination format.
The first thing everybody talked about when talking about double elimination, they're like, well, you got to have depth, because if it's just one person that gets it done, it's going to be a lot tougher.
Unless your team is Waukee Northwest.
Exactly, and Sophia Schlater can get through it all, and we saw that earlier just getting the win over Dallas Center Grimes. But, yes, you got to have depth. You got to have players that show up. Reese Curfey has been a standout this tournament, really. I'm excited. Centennial, obviously, 11-10 against Southeast Polk dating back to 2016, so pretty even series. They played each other in 2023 in the tournament as well, and kind of similar to the first time they played yesterday. Southeast Polk held close, but then Centennial was able to pull away. It was an 11-1 victory back in 2023.
The overriding factor, you mentioned it in the open, Blake, about this Centennial team is just how well they hit the ball out of the park. They get on base as well to make those home runs count even more. This is an incredible offense for Coach Brett Delaney and his squad on the north side of Ankeny. So let's, you know where Ankeny Centennial is. It's on the north side of Ankeny in central Iowa and Southeast Polk, Altoona, Mitchellville. Well, let me do them in order. Runnels, Altoona, Mitchellville.
I was going to say.
And Pleasant Hill. They haven't figured out where to put Pleasant Hill yet, just other than put the school there. Yeah. So both of these teams extremely familiar with each other, just about 15 minutes apart, 20 minutes from door to door, from school to school. So in the same Central Iowa Metro League Conference, doing battle here today with a chance to play on. If Centennial can win, we're done in 5A. If Southeast Polk can turn this out, we'll turn around and play in another elimination game at 8 p.m. tonight.
A little bit of a break.
Under the lights.
Yeah.
They don't go directly into the next one. It's not like the traditional doubleheader where you set the glove down, go to the dugout, and come back. But We'll see how this one sorts out. for the Rams. It'll be Clark, Weiland, Orilko, and Price. The defense coming for Centennial, Hatfield, Ott, Lincecum left to right. Kennedy at third, Starr at short, Faber at second, Delaney is at first base. And the pitcher is Peyton Spiegel. The catcher is Emmy Ott. What do you see in Peyton Spiegel here, Blake?
I think from what we saw on Monday, just kind of a go-getter, able to hang on. She pitched the whole game on Monday, really didn't look too phased at all, really kind of let everything settle in. She gave up a couple runs late, but it didn't matter. Hard-nosed, 18 wins this season for her in the circle.
First pitch is inside, comes our way at 3:44 p.m. on this Wednesday, July the 22nd, 2026. The temperature is 76 degrees, wind out of the north at 5 miles an hour. It is a gorgeous day here on the north side of Fort Dodge. Second pitch is a strike, and we're even at a ball and a strike. Hallie Clark, the junior, playing shortstop today. She was 3 for 4 against Valley in the first game, 1 for 3 against Centennial in the second. And she went 3 for 3 in that game earlier today. Pops this one up behind second base, but coming in from center field is the ever-steady Maddie Out for out number 1.
And Maddie, we'll talk about her a lot in the hitting category, but boy, in center field, just long legs. She can just get out to anything. It's a no-fly zone out there for the Centennial defense out in the outfield.
Berkeley Weiland to bat now for the Rams. She'll bat from the left side against Spiegel. Kennedy in close, about 40 feet away. The first bunt goes into the net off to the right side. It's a strike. Kennedy inside. Weibel plays even with the bag. Kennedy's played in a couple of places defensively in her career, but she has settled in at third base.
And has played well at third. Was a vacuum yesterday.
The 0-1 is right down the middle, says Tim Rogers.
Spiegel, a pitcher that can get up there in speed, makes it really tough on a couple hitters. That's why that bunt went all the way back to high in the fence.
Weiland went 4 for 5 in that game against Valley earlier today. That one, she hits foul down the third baseline over. Head coach Tia Stiles, who will be here tomorrow night, as she will get the Golden Plaque of Distinction from the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. And Brett Delaney's already gone out, for a quick conversation.
Possibly something with the lineup that he might have noticed.
The 2 26s?
It's very possible.
Because Kennedy... Well, I don't know how that works because to start the game, different to the reentry. Because if reentry and you don't report the reentry and the fielder makes a play, that is a warning.
Yes. I don't know.
Weiland looks at a pitch on the outside to stay alive with a ball and 2 strikes.
Spiegel liked it. They framed it outside, and Weiland wasn't going to go after it.
You could like it all you want, but it's not a strike. The pitch, just a half swing, pops it into the net right over us towards the diamond where they're having 2A. We are on the diamond that has been 5A exclusively with the turf. It's the Iowa Central Field, Triton home field on the junior college ranks. The 1-2 coming from Spiegel. That one misses as well. Our field, Blake, I know you've done geography. We're facing southwest from here, facing the St. Ed's baseball field and their great green monster in left.
It's basically the batter's eye for this.
It really is.
For this field.
The 2-2 is punched towards Kennedy. She gloves it on a short hop to get the out.
You're going to think of her because of the bat, but boy, the infield is really where Jordan Kennedy makes their money, and that's why, Minnesota really excited to get her to get playing some Big Ten softball. Boy, just so good at the third base side.
I think everybody knew about Jordan's ability to hit. It was the fielding that was that challenge. You think of her as her 8th grade and 9th grade years, and a little more of an adventure, not a liability, but she has worked extremely hard to get that glove back in place where she wants it to be, as Ivy Orilko fouls the first pitch into the screen for strike number 1. Waiting on deck, Carter Price, who is scheduled to pitch. when her team goes out into the circle. But right now, it's batting time, and it's fouled back into the screen by Orilko.
Southeast Polk a little late on a couple of these, just trying to keep up with Spiegel here.
Spiegel entering the tournament an ERA of 8.4, .84. Ground ball foul right behind the catcher.
And it's a fairly quick turnaround for Southeast Polk. That first game today against Valley ended at about 120, 125-ish. But I don't think it's really too big of a deal because these teams play these Saturday tournaments, and they turn around all the time.
The 0-2 coming to Ivy. And that's outside. Talked to Coach Tia Stiles after that game against Valley. You and Dar were working up here. I was working down below, and I asked her, I said, are you taking the team away? She goes, right now we might. We might go take an hour to get out of the heat. The 1-2. That's outside.
Definitely thankful they didn't have a day like today on Monday when the heat was so bad.
You know, that would have been an entirely different conversation about how this tournament might have played out.
Absolutely.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the first. The pitch. Hit towards Kennedy over her glove and into left field for the first hit for the Rams.
Seen a couple of those awkward bounces, and Kennedy was a little bit low before it took that final bounce before it got to her glove, and good job by Centennial, at least keep that runner on first base.
Now batting for the Rams, number 24, Carter Price.
Peyton Spiegel, the pitcher. Carter Price, the pitcher for the Rams, is actually playing the role of batter right now. First pitch hit right up the middle. Off of Spiegel's glove, side arms throws, gets the out. So the runner is stranded at first. We played half an inning. Centennial coming up.
Top of the first inning for Southeast Polk, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 on base.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Yeah, it's a trip when you hit the road. And when you know when you've arrived. It's a trip when you get everything you want. The burger and the fries, the creek and the crick, the city and the countryside. It's a trip when you're where you're meant to be. In this moment, in this bathroom mirror, looking like $1 million. And yeah, it's a trip when it goes by fast. Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours.
Rams get a hit, but they leave a runner. No score as we go to the bottom of the first. Ankeny Centennial. Corey Lincecum, Ava Faber, Jordan Kennedy, Maddie Ott, the first 4. And this is the defense that will be put out there. Weiland, Woods, and Brooker left to right. Orilko at first, Wadstrom at second, Clark at short, Cope at third. Kaylee Tamantri is the catcher for the Rams, and Carter Price. Lincecum swings at the first pitch, pops it up, caught by Price, out number 1.
Against teams like Ankeny Centennial, Southeast Polk will take those 1-pitch, 1-outs every single day of the week, especially against hitters like Lincecum, who can get power going at the top of the lineup.
You're supposed to keep going with that phrase, and twice on Wednesdays.
Yeah, twice on Wednesdays if it comes down to it.
And that pitch from Price is a strike. Ava Faber, the senior, she's headed to DMAC. 6 home runs entering the tournament. All-conference third team last year. She was in the 5-hole earlier in the season, but has moved up in the lineup. And being between Lincecum and Kennedy is a fun place to be if you're a hitter.
She's played up to it.
The 1-1. Hit towards right, and that's going to get down and go all the way to the wall for extra bases. Faber around first, slides into second with a one-out double here in the first.
Jaden Woods gave good chase out there, but first Channel Seeds extra base hit of the day. That sure works out for Ankeny Centennial.
I should let you do all the reads because you've been doing them all day. That is an extra base hit, which is brought to you by Channel Seeds. See, I don't even memorize them as much as you do. I
got IMT down, but Channel I always have trouble keeping up with. You want me to get it?
It's learn more at channel.com/rise because I'm a little slow. Jordan Kennedy to bat. First pitch inside to the future Gopher. Oh, I learned something. I'll tell you that here in a minute. The 1-0 coming to Kennedy as she digs into this turf, or more like melts in after Monday.
Boy.
That pitch is outside. Okay, the Gophers of Minnesota are in Minneapolis. The Hawkeyes are in Iowa City. What's halfway between?
Fort Dodge.
Close. The 1-1 is fouled.
Well, the Floyd of Rosedale is here in Fort Dodge.
That is true. Waverly, Iowa considers himself to be halfway. And what is the nickname for Waverly Shellrock?
The Go Hawks.
The Go Hawks.
Wow.
Gopher Hawks.
It's kind of like how Runnels, Altoona, Mitchellville is Ram.
That's true.
First time I had learned that, boy, my head probably exploded.
The 1-2 changeup is high, and it's evening up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Faber at second. She had a nice double here in her at-bat. Kennedy against Dowling 0 for 1. Against Polk, she was 2 for 2. That pitch hits her in the left arm. She gets down. Normally, if you're going to hit her, you hit her on the first pitch, not on pitch 5. Either way, Kennedy's been hit by a lot of pitches this season, and there's been talk in the coaching community. I'm never going to name names, but they're like, well, a strategy with her is to hit her.
It's a tough 1-2 punch right here for Ankeny Centennial, and if you're Southeast Polk with Price in the circle, you got to be careful.
The cleanup hitter, Maddie Ott. The Bulldog will be where she goes, about 25 minutes from home. She can be into her dorm room, which they keep playing. That window gets shorter. The off-speed pitch is in there for a strike. I've seen some of her competitors from the conference here, from UNI. Price looks at the wrist. The grip matches. Winds and fires. That hits Odd as well, and the bases are loaded.
It's not like they're standing any different. They're just kind of working their way inside, and Carter's just trying to jam them, and that loads the bases up.
You don't normally, you'll be common to say back-to-back walks, but you don't normally say back-to-back hit by pitches. And we're going to see if this is any change already as Tia Stiles looks to Tim Rogers, who's pulled out his note card. If anything, he's at least writing down that it is a mound visit. And looks like that's all we have because we haven't had any turnaround. One of the pitching changes in your game against Valley was so subtle, Stiles didn't even walk out. And all of a sudden, they just kind of said, you pitch, and you. It was
Carly Carly Kleiman just came out and it was like, oh, okay. Routine.
And to me, that's what's fun because, A, these two teams are so familiar with one another, but they also get the opportunity. These coaches know their players so well. They just know what you want to do. But that conversation right there is one that's like, hey, let's be careful, ladies.
Understand where the ball needs to go here. Just one out down.
Miley Hatfield, the senior. 13 home runs on the year, 27 RBIs coming into the tournament.
How about 4 double-digit home run hitters for Centennial? I mean, that's unheard of.
Is that how you get to 88?
I believe so.
You don't do it with ones and twos.
And you know they'd love to get 90-plus.
And Price falls behind 2 balls and no strikes. 1 out here. Faber at third, Kennedy at second, Ott at first. The pitch to Hatfield. Swung on, big swing, foul, and out of play.
Imagine being Dallas Center Grimes. 68 home runs entering the tournament. They also beat the previous record. The only downside is you're 20 behind Centennial.
The 2-1 to Hatfield. Inside, ever close.
That's where she's gotten stuck with those hit-by pitches there. Miley's already got a home run this week. Love to send another one out.
The 3-1. Ripped down the left field line. It's going to get down. At least one run's going to score. Kennedy's being waved around. It's booted in left field. Still kicked around. And it's going to be a 2 RBI single for Miley Hatfield. 2-0 Centennial.
Now Berkeley Weiland ran in and was just kind of kicking it, and then she just couldn't quite get ahead of it. Only 2 runs score, but boy, big, timely piece of hitting that time by Hatfield.
So it's up to Weibel now. The future Wartburg Knight digs in from the right. That's hit in the air. Playable again for left. Weiland comes in foul territory to make out number 2. Runners cannot advance. And now the Rams are an out from getting out of this inning.
Now batting for the Jaguars, number 19, Lauren Sandholm.
So Lauren Sandholm being told to tuck back in what's in her back pocket. On the right side, Sandholm. Probably will see her maybe pitch before this game is through. First pitch is a ball. If not, and if the Jaguars are able to make the state final, might see her in that game too. Sandholm.
She looked really good against Southeast Polk yesterday in the 8-0 victory.
That ball is ripped foul.
Committed pretty early to Mississippi State, playing for the Bulldogs. Just a junior.
Are they good in the SEC with softball?
About mid-pack.
Hit foul or a hit fair. No, they're going to say foul. Cope had it, but she was in foul territory.
All the SEC is good in softball.
Yeah.
Hard to find a bad team in the Southeastern Conference.
This feels like an SEC day here all of a sudden.
It does.
Just a gorgeous day. They get these kind in March. Here we get them in July. The 1-2 to Sandholm is high. And it evens up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Already 2 runs in for the Jaguars. They lead 2-0 over Southeast Polk, trying to beat them for the 5th time this season. 2nd time this week at the tournament. Price's pitch is off the plate, and the count is full. Ott still down at second. Hatfield at first. She's the one who drove in the runs with the bases loaded. But so far, only the leadoff hit has gone to the fence. That pitch is, again, hit towards third, and again, foul. That one was a little more obvious.
Tight roping right now.
I talked to Tim Rogers before the game. He was asking what I was doing. I was asking what he was doing. And he says, I got this game. I said, I've got this game. I said, I'll be nice to you. See, so far, Tim, I have been. The 3-2. Hit towards second, and it flares just long enough for Wadstrom to make the grab, and that retires it for the Jaguars. Not before. Centennial pushes across 2 to take a 2-0 lead as we head to the second.
2 runs on 2 hits, no errors.
If you grill it, he will come.
Hey. Is this heaven?
Nope. It's fairway.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here
Woods, Tamontry, and Wheatley due up for the Southeast Polk Rams. The senior center fielder to bat from the left side, holding the left bat over her shoulder. First pitch is high, and I don't mean left bat, or it's a strike. Don't mean as the left-handed bat. She's just standing in the left-handed batter's box. Let me clear that up a little bit.
She's had a good week out in the outfield. Very competitive player here for Southeast Polk. A couple big hits and timely moments.
The 0-1 is high. That I know is high. Tim's not going to overrule me on that one. Got Diamonds. I see action on to our west. And everybody that's playing down here, if you're in the championship, will be playing on the main diamond come Thursday or Friday. That pitch is fouled off to the left and out of play. Towards the new parking lot there to our south. And I know you've been on this diamond, but if you go across the hall and you're looking out on diamond for the 1A games, you cannot get a better picture of Iowa from the 1-2, that's outside, than that diamond because, A, it has a gravel road in the outfield.
Yep.
Behind that, in the other side of the ditch, is a bean field.
Yep.
If you look another half mile to a mile away is a cornfield, and all you see is Badger, the town. That's a little geography. 2-2. Hit towards left, slicing foul. Trying to chase it down is Hatfield. Just out of a reach. It's just a long foul ball.
And on Monday, you got more Iowa because you had a supercell out in the distance that just barely missed us, so they got a great viewing.
And you couldn't see it from where you were at. It was all behind you. I was over on Diamond 2, and I looked out to my right. I was sitting underneath talking with John Sears from WHO. I said, hey, should we call Ed about those storms that are starting to pop up?
They barely missed us on Monday.
Oh, the 2-2 coming is fouled back into the screen. It hit as close as Webster City.
Yep, who had a tornado warning.
And we were under tornado watch on Monday when it was still feels like temperature of 118 degrees. That was where we were. I cannot imagine it was any cooler than 125 on this turf.
I wish I had one of those handheld thermometers.
That's right. The 2-2 changeup back towards Spiegel. She gloves to get Woods for out number 1.
A little bit of a changeup in Woods. Was a little early on it. Chopped it short. Speed wasn't enough to get her to first.
Spiegel, so far today, 75 innings pitched on the season, 1.59 ERA, 121 strikeouts. She started 14 games. Teams are batting 145. Our stats are brought to you by Sukkot. 2-0 Centennial. They lead the Rams here in the top of the second. On this now sun-drenched afternoon as we push just past 4 o'clock here in Webster County.
Love the uniforms today for Centennial. It is Pink Wednesday here for the staff of the Girls Union, and they went with it. Coach Delaney's got his pink shorts on. I like the look.
The 1-1 is hit behind third, and that is going to be fouled by no less than 4 inches. Right behind Daryl Erickson. In fact, you can't overrule that one. You can't say, oh, no, wait, it was fair. It was foul. Both teams in black. So it's the black jerseys with yellow or gold numbers with a little bit of white for the Rams. The Jaguars with the black look and the pink Jaguars in cursive script on the front. And that's a swing and a miss by Tamontry for out number 2.
Pulled the string on it. Tried the same thing with Woods. Woods just was able to get contact. That was a great pitch by Peyton. Peyton knows she has the offense to back her up. It's just her job to kind of settle down here on the defensive end and just take some batters down.
Ella Wheatley looks at a first pitch. She offered, so that's a strike. 2 outs here in the top half of the second. Rams didn't score. They did get a runner on, so they have had a hit. Looking to start something with 2 outs, knowing here in an elimination game that every thing matters, and it's sliced to right, but it holds up long enough for Lincecum to run underneath it for the third out of the inning. Rams go in order 2-0 here on the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Digital Network, which is powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Whether you volunteer or hang with friends, play pickleball, read or follow trends. No matter what your retirement style, you deserve healthy eyes and a healthy smile. Some Medicare plans don't cover vision or dental. With Delta Dental, you can save on what's essential. Get coverage and take care of your health. It's peace of mind, so treat yourself. It's more affordable than you might think. Give us a call or visit this link.
Emmy Ott, Cami Starr, and Corey Lincecum to lead things off for the Jaguars as they go to bat here in the bottom of the second. 2-0. Ankeny Centennial with the lead. First pitch to Ott is up there for a ball. We're missing something? There's the Instagram post. Is that what you just saw?
IGHSAU says a bedazzled softball has gone missing.
Well hit to left. This could be 89. It is. Out of the park. Up, over, and out for Emmy Ott.
That ball might go missing in the drainage pit. That's how far that ball went. And Carl the Coyote's out to celebrate once again. 89th homer of the year. It's a lot of trips to home plate for Carl the Coyote when you think about it.
Carl gets a lot of work. He is going to be threadbare.
Well, Dinger Didi, who's only about 2 inches tall, same thing. The mascots are out in full force.
Swing and a miss by Cami Starr. Starr at short today. Sometimes Sandholm plays that position, but they go with Starr there for this game. And she bats against Price, and that pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 in already for Ankeny Centennial. Jaguars looking to take all the drama out of this tournament and advance to Friday's championship game. Well hit towards right. Coming in is the right fielder to make an incredible play. Kenna Brooker reaches the glove underneath her waist to pull it out for out number 1.
There's no wind. The wind's non-existent. That thing just kind of was moving, slicing to right field, foul territory, and Brooker did a good job.
Lincecum will dig back in for the Jaguars as Price looks to the forearm for the call, winds and fires. Off-speed pitch is in there for strike number 1. So if you've got the diamond behind us that looks like it's in country, does this feel a little more city then for you with the 5A schools looking at a big green monster and a whole lot of other activity in an airport?
Probably. I can't wait to see 5A on the field that's full of Iowa in the background.
The claim is that they're going to rotate diamonds
Yep.
for moving forward. This is a 3-year commitment to do the double elimination.
And here in Fort Dodge till 2045.
You might even be retired by then.
Can't wait. I told that to
Young
Dar, and
whippersnapper.
his face just dropped.
Well, Dar better be retired by 45, and I mean it, Dar. With all love and respect to my big brother. 3-0 score, now a 2-2 count on a foul ball by Lincecum. So, conversations around. Some coaches and fans are very open with how they feel about the new tournament and format. Others a little more reserved. Is that recorder put away, Paul? And I just say what I've been told by the union. Tell the advisory committee how you think about it, and they will make some changes. I had one Person tell me Lincecum, the pitch to her 3-2 is hit towards left, but foul and out of play. Said if next year's tournament looks the exact same, that would be a surprise.
Yes.
So look for tweaks one way or another. Could it be this type of game as the pitch comes to Lincecum and it's outside, so she's on with a one-out walk? Is it going to be this game would have from the other half of the bracket,
right,
you would do some swap.
Kind of
That's
switch.
That's
yeah,
one,
so you're not playing the same 4 teams.
That's one theory I've
Yep.
had floated.
Yep.
And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change. Tia Stiles goes out. We'll tell you about the change when we return here from Fort Dodge. 3-0 Jaguars.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Whether you volunteer or hang with friends, play pickleball, read or follow trends. No matter what your retirement style, you deserve healthy eyes and a healthy smile. Some Medicare plans don't cover vision or dental. With Delta Dental, you can save on what's essential. Get coverage and take care of your health. It's peace of mind, so treat yourself. It's more affordable than you might think. Give us a call or visit this link.
Our new pitcher is Reese Curfey. Orelko is the catcher. Tamantri to right. Price to first. Okay.
Pretty much the exact same changes they made in their first game today against Valley. It's wholesale changes.
Blake, you might have been still in college when Akron Westfield used to make a regular trip to the tournament. And their coach would make wholesale changes in the middle of at-bats like that, 4 at a time. Yeah. And it would be left to first, pitcher to right, catcher to center. And then as soon as that at-bat was done, he'd move everybody back. And it was just a constant movement.
Those booklets held by these umpires couldn't fill up quicker enough.
Todd Colt would make you go through tons of lead in your pencil. So Curfey now pitching for the Rams. First batter she faces Ava Faber. So it's Faber, Kennedy, Ott.
Batting for the Jaguars, number 22, Ava Faber.
And you got a runner on first for Centennial.
And you've already hit a home run this inning.
Yep.
So this is that second time through the lineup, and just maybe things aren't going quite Price's way. Let's see. That hit is to left. Coming in on a run is Weiland. She stayed in her spot, so I know she made the catch for out number 2.
Weiland in left field with the catch.
I think she needed something to drop in her glove after just kind of shorten that first one that came her way, so nice pickup.
Curfey coming into the tournament, 60 and a third innings pitched, giving up 33 earned runs and an ERA of 3.83. And she had a 7-3 record entering the tournament. She now faces Jordan Kennedy. Off-speed pitch to her is a strike. A lot of change-ups when you're Kennedy is what you see.
Yep. Wasn't a bad pitch to hit either.
I did see the Myers girl for St. Ed's last night. She hit a changeup that I'm not sure has landed yet, the 0-1. That one's hit to right. Coming in is Tamantri.
There you go.
Give me a chance. I might get it right when we come back. It will be the top of the third, and it'll be a 3-0 score.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Whether you volunteer or hang with friends, play pickleball, read or follow trends. No matter what your retirement style, you deserve healthy eyes and a healthy smile. Some Medicare plans don't cover vision or dental. With Delta Dental, you can save on what's essential. Get coverage and take care of your health. It's peace of mind, so treat yourself. It's more affordable than you might think. Give us a call or visit this link.
Jaguars get a home run in their half of the second. Go to work here in the third. Peyton Spiegel goes back into the circle, and she'll face 8, 9, and 1. That's Wadstrom, Brooker, and Clark due up for the Rams. Sun coming out, clouds. We had some rain to our west and in southwest Iowa here this afternoon, but so far the clouds have left us on a consistent basis. Still some light ones up there. It's a first pitch strike. On Monday, when that system rolled through, teams were trying to figure out exactly what they're going to do here. Ball goes high. Keep playing. They just play. It's up to the tournament officials to determine if lightning has struck close enough. And it was close. My app said 15 miles from where we were located. The 1-1 is outside.
So 10 miles is the...
I don't know.
It changes.
Yeah.
Usually.
So the thing that would have been is you don't have 2 diamonds to clear on Monday. You would have had 5. Everybody would have had to go to their cars. We would have had a half-hour delay waiting for that. Now, it could have been much worse to what we had in other parts of the state. That one's fouled away. In fact, in Ankeny, those going to or from 4:30, 5 o'clock, Laura Leonard was telling me she was going back to Des Moines, and she hit at the Hubbard exit on I-35 to about Story City. She says, I was going 20 mile an hour with flashers. We all were going that fast. The north side of Ankeny, the 2-2 coming from Spiegel is fouled out of play. The north side of Ankeny, the Northview Middle School, which is across from the post office where the football stadium is, that's North Ankeny Boulevard. That is the 8-9 building for Centennial. They had water on the road right there. There's video of cars trying to drive through that area right there. The pitch, nice changeup, just misses. Southsiders in Ankeny had about 4 inches of rain. The Northsiders had about 5 to 6, and they just had it 2 weeks ago. But we were dry, not one. Yeah, what'd your rain gauge say? Yeah, just over 6.
Man.
Yeah, West Ankeny.
We got lucky.
3-2 lifted towards center. Odd is there. She takes 5 steps to her right for the out.
Yeah, pretty lucky. And especially, for if parents stayed here, you text them back home, you're like, man, I hope.
Well, most of the Central Iowa big schools, they go back and forth.
Yeah.
And if you're on a bus trying to go back, that, ugh.
Not a fan.
Heavy rain, winds. I know Southeast Iowa had a friend in Iowa City, had roof damage.
Had a tough time in Cedar Rapids.
Brooker? Yeah, well, the other tournament going on, they had to move things up and jam in a lot of games in a lot of short period of time. Kenna Brooker, the senior right fielder, tries to get something going here for the Rams in their half of the third. That pitch from Spiegel is inside for ball number 1.
And for Centennial, you get a break tomorrow. You're back Friday night.
If you can win.
If you can win.
That one check swing foul. Even if you're poking, you win. You still get tomorrow
Absolutely.
off. We're just playing 2A, 4A tomorrow at 5:30 on Iowa PBS, and on Friday afternoon 2:35 and 7:30. Your championships will go 1A, 3A, 5A.
Cannot wait to tune in.
The 1-2. Just misses, according to the Centennial fans. They gave the big ooh.
They show out in troves, don't they? I mean, just the outfield, here in the infield. They really stand out with the pink shirts.
2-2 lifted in the air towards center. Out at the wall, looks up, it's up, over, and out, and the Rams are on the board.
Big swing, big moment, and let's go, home run for number 16, Reese Murphy.
Second home run of the week for Reese. Again, she hasn't batted a ton this year, but boy, when she's come up this week, just a whole different ball player. A lot of power off of that one. Nicely done.
Murphy the home run, so she comes into the circle. Maybe that'll get that Ram bench a-going.
Now batting for the Rams, number 10, Allie.
Hey, he didn't put up a run yesterday against Centennial, so got to feel pretty good about that one.
It's Hallie Clark now.
At top of the batting order, not bad at all. Good time for a home run.
Ground ball to short. Star over to Weibel for out 2.
For out number 2.
Star at shortstop. Hasn't happened a ton this year, so filling into the role pretty well.
For the Rams, number 22, Berkeley Wyland.
Weiland scored 3 runs in that game against Valley this afternoon. Went 4 of 5, 4 singles.
5 at-bats tells you all you need to know about those first 2 games between Southeast Polk and Valley. Rams scored 25 runs combined.
Weiland chops it foul. Kennedy picks it up in foul territory. Now, Blake, here's the thing. You've been focused on 5A. Did you know what happened behind you? And the 15-inning game and all the at-bats? I think it was 8 or 9 were most of the Clarksville and North Butler at-bats.
And that's a Clarksville team trying to go back-to-back. I think Edgewood Colesburg's been the story of the tournament, honestly. How about the 8 seed making it all the way to the title game?
The 0-2 from Spiegel. Again, punched foul between Stiles and Kennedy. That's the coach and the player. Edgewood Colesburg from Northeast Iowa will play in the 1A championship. Second year in a row, we've had an 8 seed in the finals.
Crazy?
Last year, Pella, an 8 seed. They won the whole darn thing.
A couple of years ago, Twin Cedars, a 6 seed back in Class 1A. Won it all.
The 0-2 is lifted. This time, Kennedy's going to be able to get under it. Looks into the sun to grab it in foul territory for out number 3. But the Rams get on the board with Reese Murphy. They cut into this lead down by 2.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
2 runs in the first, 1 in the second for the Jaguars. They come to bat here in the third. The Rams didn't score in their first 2 innings. Monster moonshot in the third makes it a 3-1 contest. Matty Ott to bat and lead things off for Ankeny Centennial. In Class 5A here. He's Blake Walker. I'm Paul Yeager. Glad to have you here on this afternoon as we approach 4:30. Just a great old afternoon. Fans sitting out in the outfield in their lawn chairs. Sitting behind us there, you see in the stands.
Maddie watched that home run go over top. One thing I think a lot of people don't realize, this field, the outfield wall, just a little bit taller than what we see on those other two fields. Probably about 8 feet.
That one's hit to left. That does it. There's no fence that was going to keep that in the park. Matty Ott, that is home run number 90 on the season for the Jaguars.
Home run by number 11, Matty Ott.
Just another great showing of power for Matty Ott, and she did it yesterday after sending a couple foul balls to about 300 feet, it looked like. Just the power is there, and 90 home runs. I hope people really enjoy what they're seeing because, you just never know if you see it again. The power continues for Delaney's group.
Now batting for the Jaguars, number 12, Haley Hatfield.
I'm trying to think about some of these home runs this season for the Jaguars. I mean, I've probably seen 10 of them this year. And they're all special in certain ways because there are rockets, there are moonshots. That was kind of a combo right there.
Yeah. I've
Had
seen
good
one
speed.
I've seen one that's knocked the kid out of his seat up at Centennial. If you haven't seen that video, might be the funniest video you'll see all year.
And I have found out I know the kid and his parents. His mom posted online. I'm not going to call her out. But those who know.
That was hilarious.
She goes, "That's my boy. I can't believe it. He was so."
That's how strong these home runs are. It'll knock you out of your seat.
I think my son was working that game, and he just, that was the first thing he wanted to talk about when he got home. Did you see that? Yes, I did. They watch them well. They've watched a lot of home runs there at Centennial this year. You know, boy, just everybody hits the ball well. You mentioned DCG and all of their home runs, too. What'd you say, 63?
68 coming in.
So that would have been, that would have broken the record prior to Centennial doing
PV's record, the previous. And even, you got teams like Southeast Polk and Northwest. Northwest has only hit 36 home runs all season long. And you're like, man, that feels kind of low. It's like, well, not really. Just in the grand scheme of things in 5A.
Popped up a mile high, but behind us, and it might, lands just in front of us here. It feels like a kind of like a carnival game. If it knocks the one ball, will it drop? Will it fall?
Yep.
How'd you like that job at the end of the night? Go up and clear the foul balls?
Well, so it's a funnel. They got these kind of like poles that come down the side of the building, and they just kind of funnel out at the end of the night. All they got to do is poke them.
That's another one well hit and fouled. Look out for the cars in the parking lot with that one. Well, the softball baseball complex that's across the street from Centennial High School, Prairie Ridge and Ankeny, they have that same system where they have the pole, and it's always fun to watch the little brothers and sisters. Here's the thing. You need a really long pole. I'm not sure. Prairie Ridge is supposed to be a little bit lower, and that's a walk to Hatfield.
So there's something wrong with the gutter, so got to fix it.
Well, yesterday I worked with Carly Goodwin, who played at Sigourney, now plays at UNI.
I bet that was a blast.
Oh, it was fantastic.
One of the best pitchers I've ever seen here.
Be careful. She's coming for your job as an analyst. I told her she should maybe change majors.
I was listening. She did really well.
We were discussing her teammate played at Iowa Central and how from when the Iowa Central season ended to now was a dramatic change in getting these diamonds ready to play. So a great work again by the Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex crew.
Ribbon ceremony was 8 days ago.
Yeah. And I'm not even sure they were quite done. Yeah. There's a punch list.
They might still be working after this tournament.
Look in the bathrooms. Maybe there's some exposed walls. But hey, we're playing on 5 diamonds.
Absolutely.
4-1 Centennial. They're batting here in the third. Already 1 run in. They've scored in every inning. 2 of their runs have been via the home run. The other was an RBI single by Miley Hatfield, who stands at first after the walk. Ott has left the yard, and Ott has left the yard. Maddie and Emmy, and then when they hit home runs in the same game, that was, oh, that's really good. Then they went during the season and hit a home run in the same inning.
Again, that's just kind of the season Centennial's had. Record for wins in the year for the program.
That pitch is hit to left, but it's playable for Weiland. She makes the grab for out number 1.
Birthday Weiland with the catch for out number 1. Now batting for the Jaguars, number 19, Lauren Sandholm.
Sandholm at the plate against Dowling. She went 1 for 2 with a run scored. Didn't have a hit in the second game against Polk. She looks to, she hits into a fielder's choice as Wadstrom goes to Clark, but just not able to get it turned as Sandholm hustled down the line. But it does erase the lead runner and get the second out.
Price gave it all she had. Down into the splits to try to get that runner at first. So hard to turn a double play here in softball, but going to give it all they got.
Well, let's see here if Emmy and Maddie can go home runs in the same inning. That pitch is a strike.
5 homers on the year for Emmy.
The 0-1 from Curfey comes now. Swing and a miss. Took something off of that one.
Coach Delaney saying kind of growing into her role. She's only a sophomore. Growing into her role as a leader as a sophomore, I'd say, that's pretty good.
Well, you look at this lineup, all the senior power that they have. But look who's not a senior.
Yeah.
This is one of them. That one's hit in the air towards right in front of the dugout. Hits the top of the pole right by the Southeast Polk dugout for just a dramatic foul ball. Yes, you lose Lincecum, Faber, Kennedy, Ott, Maddie Ott, Hatfield, and Weibel. But you've got Lauren Sandholm, the SEC commit, Emmy Ott, Peyton Spiegel.
The pitching, they will be a heavy, rely on pitching next year. Kind of feels like what Northwest has done, but.
Off speed again, fouled away. Coach Delaney's program, it is competitive. He has great chemistry on that team. The pitching, Northwest, the best player in the state, both best pitcher. She might well be the best hitter, too.
Yes. In the country. One of the best pitchers in the country.
And then you've got the team of Centennial, which has multiple arms. And I'm not just talking arms. I'm talking great arms.
Yes.
That if there's the game, they would be able to rely on.
Feel pretty good, yeah.
Great arm. The 1-2 coming from Curfey. That's upstairs, trying to steal second, and in time, gets the out. Orilko throws down to get the out, and Sandholm is caught stealing. We go to the 4th inning, 4-1. Jaguars. This is the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Softball Tournament presented by Farm Bureau, and this is the digital network, which is powered by Mid-American Energy.
Yeah, it's a trip when you hit the road. And when you know when you've arrived. It's a trip when you get everything you want. The burger and the fries, the creek and the crick, the city and the countryside. It's a trip when you're where you're meant to be. In this moment, in this bathroom mirror, looking like $1 million. And yeah, it's a trip when it goes by fast. Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/WeCare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
Wednesday afternoon, and it looks like we're going to have a little lineup change. Coach Tia Stiles is talking with Tim Rogers behind the plate. I don't think they're discussing menu options. It's usually a lineup situation. That's what you do. Only if it's a long-time huddle in the mound do you discuss menu options, right? Do I have that right?
There's a lot of good food options here around the
oh my goodness.
Harlan Hazel Rogers Sports Complex.
You want to talk about one of the hottest items from the staff alone is the bowls with the fruit?
Acai bowls.
The acai bowls. That is, I cannot...
It's a healthy
The women
portion.
on the staff, every one of them have said, have you tried this, Paul? Have you tried this?
It's healthy and a healthy portion. They give you a good bang for your buck.
Leading off the top of the fourth inning.
Wallert defeats Van Meter 13-3 final score.
So Van Meter eliminated, and Wallert moves on to the title game. Hit sky high in the air. Spiegel and Ott, but Spiegel reaches over Ott. Ott's actually taller than her, but Spiegel had a better angle and was not looking into the sun.
Spiegel's got those shades on, too. Helps her out just a little bit.
And that's who you want making that play.
Yes.
So Rilko is out. So Carter Price, who grounded out. Good play by Spiegel back in the first. Looks at a first pitch inside. Ball. Kennedy even with the bag at third. Weibel about a half a step in at first. The pitch. Check swing, strike. Defense pretty much straight away and a little deep there for Price.
Yeah, Jordan Kennedy's cheating up just a little bit. Now not as much.
Price started the game in the circle. They still want her bat. I had a chance to talk to her after that win against Valley this afternoon, and she was all business. Let's just keep playing, let's keep winning, was what her mindset was. The 2-1. Popped in the air, right side, behind first, but drifting over from the second base position is Faber to make the grab. 2 outs, both coming from the pop fly, and that'll make way for Jaden Woods, the seniors. 0 for 1. She'll bat from the left side here. In the top of the fourth, Ankeny Centennial 4, Southeast Polk 1. SEP looking to get their bats going. Their only run came via the home run last inning by Reese Curfey. Otherwise, the other hit came in the first. 2 hits for the Rams. Upstairs for a ball.
And to come in losing all 3 games to Valley this season in the regular season, to then beating them twice here. I mean, it's a good confidence boost for Southeast Polk and the runs that they were able to put up in those games.
And that pitch misses.
And that's a Valley team that has beaten Centennial, has beaten Waukee Northwest, has the players to do it, and just couldn't quite get things rolling in these 3 days here at the state tournament.
Spiegel checks, winds and fires with 3 balls and no strikes. And that pitch is ball 4 outside. Woods earns a 2-out walk. That was one of Carly Goodwin's commentary moments, was discussing the 2-out walk. Obviously, the leadoff walk we always discuss, but the 2-out walk, she says, there's a stat for it. I don't have it, but I know that we get talked about when we walk somebody with 2 outs and how often that run comes around. So fun to kind of tap into her mind about the pitching side of things right now. Just from, you mentioned how great she was in high school, now trying to pitch at the Division I level, and as she battles an injury, that's chopped to Kennedy. And throw across the inning as Tamantri is out. We go to the bottom half of the fourth here at the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Softball Tournament, Class 5A, 4-1 Centennial.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Looks like another perfect day to get out there and enjoy the summer.
Oh, before she gets in the car, it's easy to choose.
Iowa State Fair, August 13th through the 23rd.
Centennial 4, Southeast Polk 1. As we go to the bottom of the fourth.
Leading off the bottom of the fourth inning, for Ankeny Centennial, number 1, Amy Ott.
Then Starr, then Lincecum to bat for Coach Delaney. Curfew back out there in the circle for the Rams. And that pitch is a ball.
Right now, Southeast Polk, you trail 4-1. Just trying to keep things settled down right now. You got Curfew in the circle, who has been, pretty good, all things considered, throughout the state tournament. Just try to keep things to a minimal here.
Ott lifts it high in the air to left. Looking up at it, Weiland. She sees it go over the scoreboard. That's another home run, third of the game for the Jaguars.
For number 1, Amy Ott.
How about the Ott sisters? Not in the same inning, but same game. 91 home runs on the year for Ankeny Centennial.
Emmy, her second home run of the game. She bats 8th, and she's hit 2 home runs in this game, Blake. Goodness gravy.
I don't think they're going to get to 100, but impressive.
Maybe if you're coach, you're like, you know what, maybe let's just drop this one so we can go after 100.
Yeah, let's play tonight at 8 o'clock.
Yeah. We want a record. I am going to ask him that in post-game, and I can't wait for the look that I get from Coach when I ask him.
He wanted to drop today,
He might
right?
be done talking to me forever if I say that to him.
He wanted to just relax for this one, right?
Oh, 5-1 now, Jaguars. And this is what they have done to teams all season long. School record, 40 wins, 3 losses. They're seeking another state championship. Right now they are rolling and here in the fourth, up 5-1. Cammie Starr 0 for 1 in this game. The pitch from Curfew is fouled back into the screen.
Cammie's played pretty well at shortstop today, hoping to translate here to the offensive side of the ball.
Emmy Ott, if coming into the tournament, she had 3 home runs. She has 2 this game.
Some players just play well in big-time moments.
Jaguars have 7-8-9 due up in their half of the fifth. They're trying to get the damage minimalized here. But it's just been, this one's a game death by paper cuts more. Popped up behind home. What a play by Orilko right in front of us here for the out.
And it's not like they're multiple run home runs. They're just kind of single run jacks, and they'll just keep kind of piling on here. But they add up after a short time.
13, Lila Taylor. Number 15, Ella Beard.
Lincecum, a walk in her last at-bat. Flied out to start the game. Pops up into center. On the run, Woods. Covered a lot of ground to get to that one. For out number 2.
Not a lot of wind. Woods did a good job covering a good amount of space. Not alone out there. Have that giant IGHSAU emblem out there to keep you company.
That pitch is a strike to Ava Faber. All the Diamonds have that logo this year.
I don't know. I doubt it will be permanent just because it's Triton Field.
Yeah, so they'll be able to wipe that one up.
Yep.
Could you imagine what the temperature was in that black on Monday?
I was thinking
logo?
somebody had a diving catch in that grab, and I said, man, I hope they just didn't get a sunburn or a grass burn from the turf.
Yeah, the 0-2 coming to Faber here from Curfew. Fouled away out to the right. Talked to a longtime high school umpire and college umpire last night. We were discussing Monday's temperature, and he said, Monday when I was here, I went onto the field to see just how hot it was. He says, yep, it was everything I thought it was. It was intense. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away from the catcher, but the throw down to Price is the out. So Faber out on strikes, but not before the Jaguars tack another one on. They lead 5-1 here on the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Digital Network, which is powered by Mid-American Energy.
Life's buzzing with energy. From the delightfully routine, to the novel and exciting, to the truly uncharted. With all that life brings, it's easy to lose track of what powers all those moments, our health. At Mercy One, our caring doctors focus on just that, powering health, from the everyday to the extraordinary. So you're ready for what life brings next. Find care at mercyone.org/healthpowerslife.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
All right, we're going to spend the next few minutes talking about State Fair food. They just did the read for the fair. I had a chance to try the new foods. 11 new foods, Blake. My favorite, and the one that's in the final 3, was the egg roll.
Yep.
That the All-American featured sausage, bacon, ground ball up the middle. That's going to be a base hit to lead things off for the Rams. Wheatley making me do my job talking about softball, I guess. Wheatley, good piece of hitting there to get things going. But the All-American, sausage, bacon, hash browns, eggs in the egg roll.
Yep.
Ham. Oh, that was good. Then there was a couple of sausage and egg things. There was a good sandwich. There were cheese curds, a couple other foods on a stick.
Mini apple pie?
The mini apple pie.
Man. I don't know if it's fair for something named after a city in Minnesota to be really good at the Iowa
I'm going to guess
Fair.
online there's going to be a little bit of back and forth on that. As Wadstrom fouls the first pitch back into the net. The mini apple pie had cinnamon ice cream and vanilla ice cream with it, so that one's going to be pretty popular. Change up is hit over the head of Spiegel, but right at second, the quick flip, not in time to get the double play. Wheatley's out. Faber flipped it to Starr, maybe cost the opportunity to get the double play, but I don't think they turn it either, as Wadstrom was down the line in a hurry. So Wheatley is out on the play. Wadstrom reaches on the fielder's choice.
Take the lead runner. You'll take that if you're Ankeny Centennial, but boy, it was close.
Curfew hits it in the air towards right. Up against the warning track is Lincecum. What a play up against the fence. She saved extra bases.
Boy, Curfew almost did it again. I mean, I have been so impressed with her bat this week. Warning track ball.
You mentioned the height of the fences. Here they are a little bit higher. On Diamond 1, they do have the left field is a little taller than the others. So that pitch to Hallie Clark misses. Hallie Clark's mom, I usually talk to her at the Iowa State Fair. See her at the
talk to a lot of
Elwell Family Food Center. I spend days talking
a fair
to
amount.
people. That's what I'm there to do. If you see me at the fair, say hello.
I only think of the fences because we had that player from PCM last year with that amazing catch. I'm like, I don't know if he could do that on this field.
Which is on the cover this year. That's the cover photo, as it should be. Libby Winter making that play for PCM. That pitch just misses inside to Clark, who's looking for her first hit of this game. That's a strike. Clark 3 for 4 against Valley, 1 for 3 against Centennial, then 3 for 3 against Valley earlier today. But 0 for right now. Clark, a huge part of their offense as the table setter. Bats here in the 5th. Centennial 5, Rams 1. That's hit to right, but there is Lincecum to make it look easy, but it was anything but. Lincecum gets 2 putouts in the inning, neither of them easy. Jaguars enjoy a 5-1 lead here from Fort Dodge.
SWIC is a community. Southwestern Community College is a place in rural southwest Iowa where students from across the world come to be a part of a tight-knit family, Spartan Nation, where they study, train, grow, thrive, and are called by name, not by number. At SWIC, we are one.
So, but she's not the leader, right? The DCG girl is?
Correct.
We're back here.
Haven's history.
And discussing home runs as Jordan Kennedy to lead things off. It's been a couple of weeks for the home runs for her. She was in pursuit, still is, 18 on the season of Kendall Lindemann's career record of 71. Kennedy says the record's great, but winning a state title would be even cooler. That's what she told the Ankeny Fanatic earlier this year.
Everybody's still chasing Kyla Schulte of CCA, and Aubrey Davis of Lewis Central finished with 23 home runs.
That's the season total.
Yes,
right?
Season total.
But Kennedy trying to do it over 5 years. And what every girl who plays in athletics in the state of Iowa wants, that one thing, the pink shirt. Kennedy looks at a ball in the dirt or in the turf or in the tires. A ball in the tires, I think, is how we should say that here on turf.
They've been advertising the trophy a little bit more this week here in Fort Dodge, starting to see a couple more cardboard cutouts of the physical trophy. I think that's great. I think the Girls Union Championship trophies are iconic. They look great.
The 2-0 to Kennedy. Upstairs, ball 3. And Curfew just trying to not give Kennedy much to hit here. Jaguars already up 5-1. Curfew's pitch is ball 4. So a leadoff walk for the Jaguars, and they're going to try to pick up right where they left off with Maddie Ott. Scored the 4th run for the Jaguars via the home run. And we are in the territory of this is the 5th, and it is a 5-1 game.
Similar to what we saw yesterday with Centennial and Southeast Polk. Centennial ran away with it, was able to get the run rule. late in the going.
Jaguars beat Polk 6-3, 5-3, and 7-3 back in June. Then played them on the 22nd of June, 5-3. So the CIML doing 3 games against each other in their conference this year.
Trailed 3-0 in that game to Southeast Polk. Was able to come back.
And Polk was no-hitting Centennial in that game in the first 5 innings. A little more gamesmanship here going on as Ott calls time and steps out again. Second time she's been granted. Let's see, in baseball, that would be in the professional rank. You don't get to do that.
Murphy, I think, not disagreeing by any means. Carter Price going to come over and just kind of give her a couple words here.
The 1-1. Change up high.
Maddie, the type of batter you want to be on the same page with your catcher.
The pitch to Ott. Upstairs again.
Seen so many solo home runs here for Centennial today. Well, now chance to put 2 on base with nobody out.
3 home runs for the Jaguars in this game. 2 by Emmy Ott. Maddie has one of her own. Older sister says, I can't let my little sister up me.
Had 3 in the win against Dowling on Monday.
Curfee's pitch is low, and it's a walk. So now 2 aboard with walks. Kennedy goes down to second. Ott goes down to first. And Tia Stiles comes out of the dugout, and here comes a new pitcher. We'll tell you about her when we return to Fort Dodge.
Life's buzzing with energy. From the delightfully routine, to the novel and exciting, to the truly uncharted. With all that life brings, it's easy to lose track of what powers all those moments, our health. At Mercy One, our caring doctors focus on just that, powering health, from the everyday to the extraordinary. So you're ready for what life brings next. Find care at mercyone.org/healthpowerslife.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Trying to find enough things to compare this Centennial team in 5A. I've been thinking about that coming into this week. A lot of I won't say pressure, but a lot of attention paid to Northwest. I'm not sure if Centennial any less pressure, but are they flying under the radar?
In a way, probably I'd say so, because you got Sophia Schlater. She's just the big name. She's going to be a household name, honestly, by her senior year. But
Carly Kielman, the new pitcher for Southeast Polk, in her 19th appearance coming into the tournament. I know she's already pitched today with a 3-3 record. Sorry, continue about.
If Centennial does advance here in the title, you're going to have so much to talk about because there's 2 big storylines.
Throw down to third on the pinch runner. It's Verco, and she steals third, and so Maddie Ott moves to second. And Verco is down at third. So now runners in scoring position for Miley Hatfield. She's in the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Swings through that one for strike number 2. Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of storylines here. The obvious one of the 2. But the thing is we have seen Centennial and Northwest play this year.
Yes.
A couple of times, 3 times. as there was supposed to be a game on 6-4, a doubleheader. Northwest won that first one, then had rain force the postponement. They moved the second half as that ball gets away. Moved the second game of the doubleheader over to Northwest. Northwest took game 1 in that doubleheader on the 25th of June. But Centennial won the nightcap 9-7. Ground ball foul down the third base line by Hatfield. We'll reset and do everything again with a 3-2 count.
All I'll say is that if it is Centennial Northwest in the title game, I don't think it's going to be a pitcher's duel. I mean, I feel like it will lend itself to be what Centennial would rather it be, is a high-scoring affair. But for that's mattered, Waukee Northwest has played better in those games. So you got one of the best pitching teams in the state, and then you got Centennial on the other side, best hitting.
The pitch is strike 3 called, and Hatfield is called out on strikes. Good pitch by Keelman to get the first out and leave the runners at third and second. Coach Delaney again comes to home, and we are going to have another pinch, this time a pinch hitter. It's going to be Grace Anderson.
It's an IMT insurance substitution here for Centennial.
Good thing you've done those, because I always forget the substitution.
Dar was keeping me honest with the extra base hits.
So the substitution is Grace Anderson, the sophomore. First pitch is a strike.
A bit of a slap hitter going out to try to get it here with one out. Nice thing about this field is you got the parking lot off in the distance. I mean, we got people watching from their cars. They don't even need to get them in the park.
Well, the way I'll finish that. The 1-1. The way the Centennial field sits at their school, it's you can sit along the outfield, but they're up against Ash Street.
Tree lines.
And then there's, a tree slew-ish.
Yeah, it's not really a line.
I've seen some crazy animals crawl out of that little area over the years. The 2-1 is a ball. And their parking lot is in right field, but you wouldn't park there because that's the street. So there's nowhere to park in your car. Plenty of good spots to sit behind home. Now for Southeast Polk, and that's a strike. And oh boy, the Jaguar fans didn't like that one. There at Southeast Polk, it is a tree line out in the outfield.
It is.
Gorgeous place out there, east of the high school.
Right up against the old stadium.
The 3-2 is grounded. They come home, and that's going to be too late. Varco scores on the fielder's choice. Anderson gets the job done. In fact, she's a little bit more because she's still on base.
Game-winning run at the plate here for Centennial.
And we're going to have another pinch hitter. This time it's going to be Addie Frederick.
368 coming into the tournament for Addie.
(6-1) Jaguars. Run number 7 stands at third. That's Maddie Ott. And number 8, Anderson, is at first. And as you said, Blake, the winning run comes to the plate. Frederick, a good opportunity here. Slaps it to left for a base hit. That's going to score another run. Into second goes the throw right behind the runner. And it's 7-1 Centennial.
Everybody was playing in. They were expecting the bunt. And then Frederick just knocks it right into the gap. And RBI single for the junior.
Amiot is going to get a chance to swing the bat for the hat trick opportunity here. A deep fly would end it. The pitch outside.
What'd you say? 3 home runs all season?
3
coming
into the tournament. Into the
Or
tournament.
into the tournament? That'd be something.
The pitch. Again. Change up. This time a strike. Take that back. Emmy, she had 2 in the postseason. I had old numbers. She had 5 coming into the postseason. There you go. But still, ball 2 bounces 5 feet in front of her. But not a double digit like so many of the other Jaguars.
No. But you never know. Could get there.
The 2-1 coming from Kielman. Change up again.
She's really going with that one.
They're pitching to Ott like she's Jordan Kennedy with all these changeups.
2 home runs in a day. That'll do it. Maybe change the scouting report a little bit.
The pitch. Grounded, foul down the third baseline. Good hop by Daryl Erickson. Let's play that one over and over again on the community tap tonight.
Boy, she was just early on that one. That was a good pitch to hit.
Winning runs at first. Here in the 5th already. Jaguars have pushed 2 across. The pitch. Grounded again. Foul to the left side. I think we're going to have some drama in the other classes, but right now the drama is just a matter of, can Centennial finish this off? Right now, if these 2 were the first game of the day, great changeup and a strikeout. Ott is retired for the first time today.
She'd been trying it. Nice job by Carly there. She kept going back to it, eventually found it.
And another pinch hitter. It's going to be Lydia Lacey, the sophomore. So I was discussing with a former high school coach, now college coach today, about almost this exact scenario. Now, granted, I didn't pose it in this context, but in an early Monday context, early part. If you are close to the mercy rule, first pitch to Lacey is a ball. Are you trying to get the game over quicker, get off the field, especially when it was hot as it was?
Yep.
Or are you trying to build your bench for the future and get some bats and opportunity? That pitch misses, ball 2. What do you think, Blake?
I'd build my bench, honestly. I mean, these moments are hard to come by, and especially moments like this where you got 2 on, why not take it?
The 2-0.
For the coach's sake, it shouldn't really matter if the game gets over quick or not,
Well, but in this format, think about it that way.
Yeah, getting rest.
But if you're Centennial with a day off after this one, if they would win, that's another strike to Lacey. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the 5th. 7-1 Jaguars. Lacey trying to drive in some runs. The pitch, pops it up, sticks her bat out. Can the catch be made? It is by Orilko. Great defense for out number 3. Jaguars push a couple more across. They lead 7-1 on the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Digital Network, which is powered by Mid-American Energy.
Life's buzzing with energy. From the delightfully routine, to the novel and exciting, to the truly uncharted. With all that life brings, it's easy to lose track of what powers all those moments, our health. At Mercy One, our caring doctors focus on just that, powering health, from the everyday to the extraordinary. So you're ready for what life brings next. Find care at mercyone.org/healthpowerslife.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Rams trying to claw their way back in here. Berkeley Weiland, Ivy Orilko, and Carter Price due up for Southeast Polk. They trail 7-1 in this Class 5A, lack of a better term, semifinal. But really, it's just third game for the Jaguars, fourth game for the Rams. The Rams would like to find some magic to play a second game today, or a third game today. Spiegel goes to work here in the sixth with a cushion. So one thing about this, if Spiegel can go the way, Blake, you got all your options come Friday night.
I was just about to say, I'd be very curious.
That one's fouled off.
I'll let you ask Delaney that after the game. What are you thinking? Because it's two very viable options.
Well, and it's the same thing he had 2 years ago, too.
Yep.
And this is a good problem to have, and that's been, I think, part of what sets what sets Centennial apart from many others. That one's punched too short, gloved across and thrown. For the out is Starr on a great defensive play for the first out.
I said it earlier, but Cammie's really settled in and played really well at shortstop today in a big game.
Seven returning starters for Southeast Polk coming into this season. Their motto was 1 year better. Right now they've got to figure out a way to get one more run and do that a whole bunch of times. Down 7-1 here in the sixth. That one's up the middle. Pass to diving Starr and into center field for a base hit. That's one way to go, Ivy Orilko.
Nice hot shot right back up the middle. Again, you just need base runners. Get on base here, string a couple hits together. Set yourself up well here as we continue to roll on. IMT Insurance substitution in for a courtesy runner.
For the catcher,
I believe Sloan Gaffney. And it is Sloan Gaffney.
Now batting for the Rams, number 24, Carter Price.
A couple of good Rams here in recent years. Popped up on the infield, right where the quote-unquote dirt meets the grass is where Faber at the paint position makes the catch.
You don't know how many times I've wanted to say a ball in the dirt this week.
I think I am going to use ball in the tires moving forward.
Yeah,
because they're already doing work on the south side of Ankeny at the Hawks Stadium.
Yep.
They're having to do first. That one's hit towards center. Going back on it is Ott. And it's over the fence for a home run.
Big moment. And a must-go home run. By number 9, Jaden Woods.
Southeast Polk didn't hear a bell. How about that? Just line shot right over top. I mean, maybe cleared the fence, the top of the fence by maybe a foot.
Kind of it startled Maddie Ott that she was at the fence so quickly. And watch that one go over. 7-3. Hold those storylines. They're not done yet. So Southeast Polk, they were one of the first in the CIML to put turf in on their softball diamond. Johnston has it. Waukee has it. Ankeny and Centennial will have it next year. That's the long way I was trying to go, is that more of these, and Valley had it this year.
Yep.
So you have a full conference of turf. No 5-inch rain's going to hold them back. Spiegel pitches. That one's fouled off to the left.
DCG, who is joining the CIML, does not.
Yet.
Well,
and I don't think they've technically joined the conference yet either. That's the discussion.
Soon to be.
Soon to be. I think it's inevitable. as they're going to play in 5A. Coach Adam Jones basketball. His daughter Tessa played for DCG. They were eliminated in the game before us, and the 1-2 is hit in the air towards short. Star camps underneath it for the out. But the Rams push a couple more across with a big fly from Jaden Woods. This is the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy, on the tournament sponsored by Farm Bureau.
Ready? Let's go.
Mom, over here. Yeah, this kind of thing can happen when you're hiking, but no worries, Mom. I can prescribe something to soothe the itch.
Unity Point Health looks at your family's health from your point of view, offering same-day appointments with expertise focused on what matters most to you. Unity Point Health. Expert care focused on you.
Yeah, they're slumming it over there. They are slumming it, and we are slumming it here in this contest with Centennial 7-3. Waukee Northwest does not have turf, Blake. It is grass there, but 4 incredible diamonds.
It's a beautiful facility.
2 great baseball stadiums right next to each other, and that softball field that Carrie Eby has to work with, and facilities fantastic over there at Northwest. And talking with our friend Andy Pollock, we were talking about facilities today. He had gone down to Oklahoma for a football camp, and he says, you can't imagine what the facilities look like down there. And I said, well, you know what? They're pretty good here. Corey Lincecum, Ava Faber, and Jordan Kennedy scheduled to appear for the Jaguars. They lead 7-3, up by 4 here in the bottom of the 6th.
Elimination games, we were talking about how busy some games are going to be tonight. Fort Dodge took down Carlisle. So they will play an elimination game tonight at 7:15.
That's right, because Fort Dodge had lost yesterday, and Carlisle
to Carlisle.
Yeah, Carlisle. Oof. Andy Adams, Coach Flaws. Mike those two up. Let's forget that for the finals. Let's do that for tonight.
As if all of Fort Dodge wasn't already here supporting the Dodgers.
Or the Gales.
Yeah. I think we have a final on that one yet, but that was a good one.
Off speed out of the zone to Lincecum. Right now, Clarksville leads St. Ed's 12-8. That's top of the 7th. So if Clarksville can get the outs here, the Gales of St. Ed's would be eliminated, and Clarksville would be back into the 1A title game, looking to defend their 1A crown from last year on a team that lost a whole bunch of starters, but you wouldn't have known it.
Reload.
217 pitches on Monday night.
That'll be quite the story if they pull it off at the end of the week.
Well hit to left, but foul. Is just a question. I should not have said that right away because it was a lot closer.
Very close.
Down the left field line. Total number of pitches in that 1A game. Let's see. These are my notes for the week. Let's see. Get the dry cleaning. Feed the cat. Okay. 454 total pitches.
Oh, my goodness.
216 for Lovren and North Butler combined for 238. That pitch is a ball. So Lincecum to lead off the 6th.
And it was not the longest game we have seen here at the state tournament.
For innings. But it was for clock on the class. And
I know Regina played in a 16-inning game a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah. We got a pinch hitter.
I think that was a night game, too.
Pinch hitting for the Jaguars, number 23, Lauren Bartine.
So Bartine to bat. Oh, Blake. That game started in the afternoon and did not finish until about 11:15. And then we still had one more game to go after that.
That was one where I got back to my hotel and I said, man, I feel bad for whoever's calling that game.
Hello, everybody. I'm Paul Yeager, along with Laura Leonard. It was Friday night baseball, almost Saturday morning. Good off speed to Bartine for a strike. That game started at 11:40, ended sometime after 1, about 1:05, 1:10. Assumption and Albia. The pitch to Bartine is another strike from Kielman. 7-3, Jaguars trying to put this one away here. Comebacker to Kielman. She throws down to second for one, on to first for the, try to get the double play, but not in time. Faber beats it out, or Bartine beats it out.
Good heads up play there by Carly to spin around, get the lead runner on second. We'll give up that runner at first.
And now Jordan Kennedy. Hit by pitch. Fly out to right, and a walk.
It's change up central right now for Carly.
Kielman, the 0-1. That one's out of the zone. I saw one of Kennedy's future coaches here for Minnesota. Seen a lot of logos for colleges that are here.
When there's no other state tournaments happening in the country, it sure makes it easy.
And that one misses. There are youth tournaments that'll be on over the weekend and showcases and things like that, but this is a chance if you come to see 5 games at a time on a Monday, Tuesday, kind of make it part of your swing, maybe you head somewhere west. The pitch to Kennedy. Up the middle, that is going to get smothered by Wadstrom. She saves it from going into the outfield, but Kennedy is able to leg it out, no throw.
She kind of rolled up on it. Glove came out of her hand as well.
And on Monday, if you would have done that, you would have just stuck right to it. A melting.
People making a day out of it. I'm sure there's a couple people that come out and just enjoy the games. I doubt we had any people from Ragbri make the trip a little bit farther north. Not a bad idea.
Maddie Ott's first pitch to her is inside for a ball. The 1-0. Change up in there for a strike.
2 pitches that have stopped Maddie dead in her tracks. The one that almost hit her, and then change up right down the middle.
The pitch. Talked to Coach Stiles after she beat Valley the first time on Monday night. She was happy, as anyone would be with a win, but just kind of felt, why not us? And the Rams have really made it interesting in this tournament, and they're trying to keep it close, give them a shot here in the 7th. Wheatley, Wadstrom, and Curfee's position. Curfee with a home run when she entered the game in the 3rd. But right now, the Rams trying to shut the door on the Jaguars. That one's pulled foul. Otta home run in the 3rd of her own. Walked in her most recent trip to the plate back in the 5th.
Big spot here with 2 on base. Curious what kind of pitch Kleinman goes back to, or Kielman goes back to.
That one's again fouled away.
Couple of those long at-bats. Batter, pitcher just kind of feeling each other out.
Rams is trying to keep it interesting here. 1 out. That one's hit high in the air to left. That one might be the longest of the day. That one's near the parking lot, and another home run for the Jaguars.
Big moment. Velasco home run.
The Ott sisters have got it figured out today. How about that? 92 on the season for Ankeny Centennial.
Okay, so we talked about the Otts hitting a home run in the same inning.
Yep.
I'm not sure we've had the Otts hit 2 home runs each in the same game.
I have to go back and look, but I highly doubt it.
Oh, my goodness. Maddie Ott goes yard in the 3rd and in the 6th. Her sister Emmy in the 2nd and in the 4th.
Number 7, Aubrey Sandholm.
Aubrey Sandholm now getting a chance to hit. Coach Delaney's box score from this game is going to be a long one when it's all said and done. But again, playing in this elimination game, an if game, if Southeast Polk
Audrey committed to Missouri State. Play for the Bears.
now in Conference USA. Is that right?
Yes. Division I at the football level. Ellie Ruffridge, who we've seen walking around here, helping out with the girls' union, on the girls' union staff, went to Missouri State.
Punch to third. Foul. Jaguars have scored in every inning. They lead 10-3. Swing and a miss. Strike three, and Sandholm is out. Out number 2. Delaney Weibel will get a chance. She'll bat again. She was already pinch hit for once. So if you were to put another bat in her place, she would be done for the day. And Weibel trying to end it on one swing there and join the party. 92, right?
Yes.
92 team home runs.
Maddie went low to get that. I mean, that was a lower pitch. Kind of dug it up out of the ground.
And that one misses. But again, the Rams in that last game, swing and a miss. In the regular season when these two teams played, the Rams held the Jaguars hitless for 5 innings. It can be done. Sometimes when you rely on one, you've seen the teams over the years, Blake. 1-2, they rely on one player, and that's the strikeout. It's a little harder mountain to climb for the Rams, but they have 3 more outs to go. As we go to the 7th, they trail 10-3.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
The Rams down to their final 3. It'll be Ella Wheatley, Josie Wadstrom, and Reese Curfey scheduled to appear for the Rams. Got a little harder in that 6th inning, Blake Walker, with a 3-run bomb.
Yeah, and, kind of sets yourself up. You get Lauren Sandholm here in the circle to finish things out for Ankeny Centennial, and a new pitcher. I mean, that's always tough to try to keep up with. Granted, they saw her yesterday, went the distance against Southeast Polk in the 8-0 victory, but Lauren trying to put a cherry on top here and send them to the 5A title game.
Entering the tournament, Lauren Sandholm in 17 appearances, had 80 innings pitched, 23 earned runs, and an ERA of 2.01. The Sterling stat of hers is she's 12-0 entering the tournament.
Impressive.
But only 3 losses for the Jaguars this season.
Overall, yeah. That's why when Dar and I were doing Northwest earlier, Schlater is now, I think, 28-0, 27-0 this season.
She's pitched more than I thought she would this season.
I was blown away. Blown away by the numbers. Good to have her rolling for Northwest.
And this is a pinch hitter for Southeast Polk. This is Sloan Gaffney, the sophomore.
Went on and ran that last half inning.
And that is popped up. Ott gets underneath it for the first out.
Worked her way around the umpire, was still able to find it.
Now we have another pinch hitter for the Rams, Aurora Woodland. Centennial's 3 losses, 2 of them to Waukee Northwest and 1 of them to Valley.
Aurora Woodland.
You just don't. This year, one thing that I kind of have noticed on a lot of these teams that are at stake, there just weren't a lot of teams with that low of a loss.
No.
Who were here. I mean, the Rams were 24-16 entering the week. And they're playing with a chance to still
have it,
to go on
Yeah.
to the final. Down 10-3 here in the 7th, but
it's a very competitive year.
That ball's fouled off her foot. The Rams lost twice to Centennial, twice to Valley, once to Waukee, once to Northwest, 2 to Ankeny, another one to Centennial, Johnston, Dowling, Johnston, Valley, Northwest, ADM. ADM here, Northwest in the title game. Dowling's here.
And these teams schedule tough. I mean, these Saturday tournaments, I mean, they make up a big chunk of that. Centennial obviously was very successful here in this Fort Dodge tournament midway through the season.
Sandholm's pitch is hit too short. Starr across the diamond, retires. Woodland. And the Jaguars are an out away now from advancing to Friday night's title game. And it's going to be up to Kenna Brooker, who will come back in. She started the game.
Number 31, Kenna Brooker.
And her spot in the order never came up when she was in the lineup. She bats here in the 7th. First pitch, swing and miss.
I'm glad you get a day to prep for the title game because, boy, there's going to be a lot to talk about.
Is there?
I think
it's really
so.
just 2 things. I think we've discussed them.
It's going to be a great game.
10-3 is our score here right now. Sandholm's pitch is a strike. And now the Rams are down to their last strike here in the 7th at the state tournament. Just after 5:30 on Wednesday afternoon, as the Jaguars look to shut the door here on the Rams. The pitch. Ground all up the middle. Sandholm, gloves, throws, and the Jaguars are going back to the title game. 1 versus 2 coming up with a win over the Rams.
Today's final score presented by Fairway is Ankeny Centennial 10, Southeast Polk 3.
No disrespect at all to any of the teams that are in Class 5A, but Blake, we're getting the championship I think most people thought we would get.
Yes, and despite the elimination style bracket, Centennial and Northwest get through seamlessly, if you will. It sets up. It's a best of 1, no best of 3, best of 1.
Oh,
could you
imagine?
Now that'd be a tweak I would like to see, but boy,
gonna be TV folks.
Gonna be a great one on Friday, Paul. And I mean, just a phenomenal pair of teams. And congratulations to Southeast Polk on a phenomenal year.
Southeast Polk finishes the season 26-18. Tia Stiles will get the Golden Plaque of Distinction. You will see that on television. Let's go over to Scott Enyart for our presentation.
In addition to receiving medals, every participating player will receive a commemorative softball provided by Iowa Farm Bureau. Title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting the awards are representatives from the Girls Union. At this time, we would like to congratulate the Southeast Polk Rams and Coach Tia Stiles on an outstanding softball season. And now we'd like to recognize today's Quick Star stars of the game. They each had 2 home runs, combined for 6 RBIs. Let's hear it for the sisters, Maddie and Emmy Ott. This standout performance gives them the honor of advancing Ankeny Centennial on the bracket. Thanks to Quick Stars for their support of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union.
How could you not?
It ought to be, honestly. How about that? What a pair. What a duo. What a team for Ankeny Centennial. Friday night's going to be a lot of fun.
Maddie and Emmy Ott, awesome performance here in this elimination game to advance to a... They've got plans on Friday night, and they're going to play Waukee Northwest in the 5A. It's the nightcap of the 2026 season, and this has been the nightcap and capper of our coverage of the tournament before the finals. For all of us here, it's been a big week. You had every game, it seemed, in 5A, Blake. Good time to finish it off there. Absolutely. I thought I might have 3 games today, but it's only going to be 1.
Get to go home.
Oh, no, we've got 1A.
Still got a lot of great games left tonight in the elimination size of the bracket.
So enjoy the rest of the coverage. Blake, great work as always. Blake Walker, everybody. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Always a pleasure.
All right, for all of us here on the Girls Union Digital Network, thank you so very much for watching us here throughout the week. More games to come in 2A, 3A,